Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a vehicle that is pulling off something absolutely brilliant. Imagine taking the bulletproof reliability of a traditional Corolla and blending it seamlessly with the practicality of an SUV. Let's break down exactly how the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross attempts to pull off this ultimate balancing act.
So what actually happens when you take a Corolla and turn it into an SUV? For years, buyers have been stuck in this classic dilemma. You either bought a sedan and compromised on cargo space, or you went for a larger SUV and just got hammered at the gas pump. The Corolla Cross acts as this perfect middle ground, giving you the elevated view of a small SUV without the pain at the pump. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll look at the sensible SUV formula, check out the updated styling and design, hop inside the practical cabin, compare the gas versus hybrid power, see how it stacks up against rivals, and finish up with our final verdict. Section 1, the sensible SUV formula, bridging the gap between sedan and SUV. The core premise here is delivering that sweet comfort of a small SUV with an elevated ride height, but doing it without sacrificing your everyday fuel economy.
Moving into Section 2, updated styling and design, a larger-than-life visual presence. For this update, Toyota really gave this compact footprint a confident, substantial look that honestly feels a whole lot larger than it actually is. And they're clearly targeting different buyers right out of the gate here. Take a look at the gas model. It features a really rugged, chunky grille design. But then you have the hybrid, which adopts a much smoother, refined mesh pattern. It's a smart way to let buyers segment themselves and pick their vibe from day one. The rest of the exterior upgrades are seriously sharp. We're talking slim, modern LED headlights, smooth character lines that give it a real sense of motion, a raised ride height protected by tough black cladding, and sharper horizontal LED taillights. The styling and ground clearance really reinforce its crossover identity for those everyday adventures. Section 3, inside the practical cabin, comfort, simplicity, and usability. Stepping inside, it's all about how the interior materials strike this perfect balance between affordability and genuine everyday comfort. You get this great elevated driving position and a super clean horizontal dashboard layout that is literally designed for a stress-free commute. Plus, it's surprisingly spacious. You get reasonable rear legroom, and those rear seats fold right down to massively expand your cargo capacity for longer road trips.
Of course, we've got to talk tech. You get an 8-inch standard or a 10.5-inch premium touchscreen. Wireless smartphone integration is standard, along with a 4.2-inch standard or a full digital instrument cluster. Throw in adaptive cruise control, collision prevention, standard 6-speaker audio, and available wireless charging, and you've got the ultimate set of commuter tools.
Section 4, gas versus hybrid power, choosing your powertrain priority. This choice really frames what you value most as a driver, straightforward simplicity or maximum efficiency. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is the clear split. The 2-liter 4-cylinder gas model with 160 horsepower focuses heavily on simplicity and relaxed highway cruising. But the hybrid, that combines the 2-liter engine with electric motors for 196 total horsepower and standard all-wheel drive. It's totally focused on giving you that extra punch alongside great fuel economy. And as the source explicitly points out, the hybrid setup provides quicker acceleration for confident highway merging. That 196 horsepower isn't just a vanity metric on a spec sheet. It translates into a tangible benefit, solving a real-world problem when you actually need to get up to speed in heavy traffic.
Section 5, how it beats rivals. The market context. Let's shift to the competitive landscape to help you align this vehicle with your specific lifestyle and needs.
Let's draw a sharp contrast with the Subaru Crosstrek, for example. The Crosstrek is famous for off-road capability and rough terrain, but the Corolla Cross leans hard into efficiency, comfort, and quiet everyday usability. So you have to ask yourself, but what if your daily adventure is highway traffic rather than a rocky trail? If balanced everyday driving is your reality, this is a completely logical choice. Finally, Section 6, the final verdict. Pricing and value proposition. The beautiful thing about the Corolla Cross is that it doesn't pretend to be an extreme luxury or hardcore off-road vehicle. It knows exactly what it is. That honesty is fully reflected in the pricing. The standard gasoline model starts at a highly competitive $26,000, which highlights an incredibly strong value for budget-conscious buyers who just want legendary Toyota reliability. If you do decide to step up to the hybrid, you're looking at a starting price of $30,000. Sure, it's a premium, but that $4,000 jump pays for standard all-wheel drive, a noticeable boost in horsepower, and everyday fuel efficiency that really pays for itself at the pump over time.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this. What are your actual driving priorities? Do you really need off-road ruggedness, or does everyday hybrid efficiency and comfort make a whole lot more sense for your daily commute? It's a crucial question to ask yourself before making your next sensible choice. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.